The latest Doctor Who collection box set has been announced, everybody. Try and act surprised. Quick, Jon Pertwee, act surprised, act surprised. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. TARDIS, and yes, it's that time of year again where we have a brand new collection box set announcement, and this time it's for the Pertwee era, specifically Season 7, the first season of the Pertwee era, which means, as you can see by these box sets behind me and this brand new announcement for Season 7, we have only one more season left of Jon Pertwee's era. But before we dive into why no one is surprised that Season 7 is the next collection box set, let's dive into this brand new announcement. So from the official Doctor Who news website, Jon Pertwee's debut season as the Third Doctor will be the next release to join the Blu-ray collection. Fans can continue to build their own home archive on Blu-ray with a 7-disc box set of Season 7, starring Jon Pertwee as the Third Doctor and Caroline John as companion Liz Shaw. Containing 4 classic stories, this limited edition set is also packed with hours of new and exclusive material. You can pre-order this in the UK on Amazon, HMV, Zavvi and Rarewaves. And while obviously this video is not formally sponsored, I do have affiliate links in the description for Amazon, HMV and Zavvi. And for the HMV one as well, if you're a new HMV customer, you can get 20% off the pre-order. Yeah, winning 20%. All of those affiliate links do help to support the Mr. TARDIS channel and also help to give Winnie here cat food. You know, she eats Blu-ray box sets and steelbooks and stuff. Say hi, Winnie. Say Merry Christmas. You can see the amazing Lee binding artwork here as well. You can see Jon Pertwee holding one of the orbs from Spearhead in Space. You can see the Primords, is that what they're called, from Inferno? The Silurians here, the Autons, and also Ambassadors of Death. The booklet here is artwork inspired by Doctor Who and the Silurians, with the Third Doctor here, the Brigadier with Liz Shaw, surrounded by Silurians in the caves. And here you can see this TARDIS door opening motif that they've got going on for all of these collection box sets as well. This right down the middle is the TARDIS door opening. And then the Third Doctor falling out into the English countryside where he touches grass after 8 seconds. If you know, you know. That video is like my Roman Empire. In his debut season, the Third Doctor is exiled to Earth, teaming up with units Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart and scientist Liz Shaw to confront alien invasions and threats from our planet's primeval past. All episodes are newly remastered from the best available sources. Check out the extras below. We've got 4 brand new documentaries, including Splendid Chap, a profile of beloved Brigadier actor Nicholas Courtney, Looking for Mac, uncovering the story of writer Malcolm Hulke, who, I kid you not, was on a government watch list at one point, Terror of the Suburbs, looking at when Doctor Who came down to Earth, and Lucky 13, Rockets, Aliens and Spare Parts, how the science of the day influenced Doctor Who. We have new Behind the Sofas with Katie Manning, Matthew Waterhouse, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, Sophie Aldred, presenter Toby Haydock, and the late Caroline John's family, husband Geoffrey Beavers, who also played the Master, and daughter Daisy Ashford. Daisy Ashford has also been doing a terrific job playing the role of Liz Shaw in Big Finish audio dramas. In conversation, Matthew Sweet chats to John Levine, who played Unit's Sergeant Benton, about his life and career, the Doctor Who escape room, will Team Third Doctor escape the Room of Doom, and also, really interestingly, movie-length omnibus editions of Doctor Who and the Silurians and Inferno. Now, both of those stories are 7-parters. They are pretty long. I think for the Silurians, it's a bit overly long in particular. Inferno is like near perfect, though. Inferno, in my opinion, is like the best Third Doctor story. Like, really terrific stuff there. But they are now getting what appears to be 90 or 80-minute movie-length omnibus edited down versions, which I'm really interested in seeing. Exclusive convention footage, HD photo galleries, info text, PDF archives, and the 7-disc box set also includes hours of special features previously released on DVD, including documentaries, featurettes, audio commentaries, and more. So a couple of things about this release. At the face of it, this doesn't look like a lot of brand new material, but we're getting a lot of brand new documentaries for this box set in particular, but also because these were stories from the early 1970s that were coming out in the late 2000s, the early 2010s, a lot of the people still involved in the making of these episodes were still alive. So that's why the DVD box sets had so many great special features on them, which will just transfer over here, which are still just really great resources talking about the making of those stories. You don't really want to change too much there, and there is such a thing as like dipping into the well too many times. They've already got some really great commentaries and and featurettes and making-ofs for these Pertwee era stories, because those people were still alive when they made the DVDs. And also, while on the face of it seems like it's just 4 stories, very similar to what was happening to Doctor Who in the late 1980s, where they only had 4 serials at a time, Spearhead from Space is the only 4-parter. Doctor Who and the Silurians, The Ambassadors of Death, and Inferno are all 7-parters. These are pretty lengthy stories. You do get quite a lot of bang for your buck here. In the case of stories like Doctor Who and the Silurians, that's a bit of a double-edged sword. Inferno, though, like I said, that's absolutely terrific. Ambassadors of Death, I either have not seen it for a very long time, to the extent where watching it now would be like watching it for the first time, or I've just not watched Ambassadors of Death. I really can't recall. But let's get to the elephant in the room here as to why absolutely nobody was surprised that this was going to be the next collection box set. A couple of days ago, 2 days before the official announcement, the official eBay account of Rare Waves, one of the retailers who stocks and sells these collection box sets, jumped the gun and put the listing on their official eBay account several days early, and also hiking the price up to an extent. £68. If you go on their official website, their official listing has it as £56.80, so I guess you get to pre-order it 2 days early with an extra £10 price hike. I don't get it, but either way, this was the official Rare Waves account jumping the gun, dropping the artwork and the announcement that this would be season 7, so that's why absolutely nobody is surprised. I also think that the Rare Waves leak is the reason why this announcement has not been accompanied by a proper trailer. I think that season 12 and now season 7 are the only Doctor Who collection sets that have been announced without an actual trailer showcasing the restoration, the new sound mix, and basically just a visualization of the special features. And that basically adds credence to the idea that this Rare Waves leak kind of forced the BBC's hand. It also seems like pretty weird timing, announcing this 6 days before Christmas, but not releasing it until... when is the release date again? Okay, we don't have an official release date yet. It's just sometime next year. Probably March, April time, I don't know. Or we could go for Amazon's listing, where it's coming out on December 31st, 2099. I mean, you gotta wait for Inferno. Inferno is worth the wait. But Season 7 as the next box set makes complete sense. We are getting a bit of a unit-centric focus next year for Doctor Who, with the War Between the Land and Sea spin-off being made. Also, stories like Spearhead from Space have already been remastered for Blu-ray already. That was a release that came out several years ago, where you could get Spearhead from Space on Blu-ray and also a limited edition steelbook. And Jon Pertwee, with 5 seasons under his belt, with Season 7, that's 4 of them in the collection set, meaning that the final one, Season 11, which is the season with Sarah Jane Smith, with the Time Warrior, with Invasion of the Dinosaurs, Planet of the Spiders, etc. That means we have one more Pertwee era season, and then his era is complete in the archive. But my understanding is that Invasion of the Dinosaurs has a really complicated restoration history, so it makes sense to me, at least, someone who hasn't really dove too deeply into that subject, as to why Season 11 would be the last Pertwee era season in the collection. But yeah, I'm quite behind in terms of the collection box set. I've not yet unboxed my Season 25, because that was a whole thing in terms of just getting it delivered to me, where it spent, no joke, an entire month bouncing from Northwest Royal Mail like storage units and dispatch centers, like back and forth for several weeks. I'm gonna talk about this in my unboxing video eventually, but the Season 25 box set is downstairs, it's in its box. I still have not opened it up yet, so that's going to be coming in the new year. So what do you folks think about this announcement? Is Season 7 the right choice? Do you have a particular favourite story from Season 7? Like I've said, mine's Inferno, but I also love Spearhead from Space as well. Let me know what you folks think down in the comment section below. What set do you think they should make next from this collection range? Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Doctor Who news, reviews and analysis and much, much more. I'll see you folks next time.